What do you think the fullback did? No, he couldn't get close to Saka for that goal there because he was already on a yellow from the early on in the game.
I think he had a good game. If you watch Cucurella, you also have to remember Cucurella got a yellow card after, what is 11 minutes, I think it was? It was really early, you know yourself. Like if a player plays against you and he gets a yellow, what do you want? If you really got the confidence, and Saka has the confidence, you want to get him on the ball. But what Chelsea did, it was like they didn't allow him to get the one-on-one how he wants to be. And I think that was really good from Chelsea to do that, because if not, if you would, like, I give an example, like after maybe 30 minutes, he was getting close to get a red card. Because the second yellow, I'm not saying a straight red, but a second yellow. And for Maresca to leave him on, that shows the confidence that you have to have in a player to allow him to carry on the game, because if not, you take him off.
Do you know what? There seems to be a lot of defenders nowadays. I don't know what you like, Mario, but I was scared of having that early yellow card and suddenly I'm one tackle away from getting a second yellow. But there's a lot of defenders in the game nowadays that seem to get that yellow and then they don't change the way they play or defend, and yet but they know where that line is, and they don't quite go over the line. A couple of times it looked like he might have done, and the referee might have been able to give a yellow card, but fouls but not a yellow card, fouls but not a yellow card. They're very clever.
I think he doesn't do the dirty ones, right? No. He doesn't really, like, he does the annoying ones, and I think that gets him. Because you foul, you make a foul, but you don't kick, you don't.
But it's a fine line, isn't it?
Yes, that's what he's doing. He's always looking for the fine line. And if you see him, if you watch him, the amount of time the linesman got something at his ear, oh my God, he kept on screaming at him, and then he goes back to the game, screaming at him. He is always like that, and he always been like that. So, but he doesn't hurt you. He doesn't go all the way.
His character, his enthusiasm. I mean, he's great. To come and watch him, his hair as well. You know? It's just everything.
That adds to the flair.
Yeah, the character there is amazing, and he's just 100 miles an hour and loves it. And I think that's great energy for the fans. Fans love him. Oh, I love watching him play. I think everyone does.
As an attacker, when you've got a defender already on the yellow early, what are you thinking in your head?
Well, you're thinking of trying to get him sent off. That's what you're thinking straight away. You're just thinking, oh, he's going to leave his foot in there and I'm going to fall over it.
You know what? You should ask him. You should ask him. Well, how do you react when you don't get the ball? You get upset, right?
Yeah, get upset.
He will get the ball. There you go.
Yeah, I think
from an attacker's point of view, if you know the guy you're up against is on a yellow card, you say, give me the ball every time. Give me the ball every time. If I'm a left back and I'm in that position, I'm saying, you know, Pedro, you come and sit in front. You make sure he doesn't even receive the ball in the first place. Because once he gets it, and Mario was absolutely spot on, there weren't that many times afterwards where Saka was able to get into a one-on-one situation and run at Cucurella. But Cucurella, even if he is in that one-on-one situation, he's so good. As I say, he's able to give that niggly foul without it deserving to be a second yellow and therefore a red.
I think each player as well, the attitude of each player, they're supporting each other, they're covering each other, they're making sure that they're not leaving him vulnerable on his own. I think it's quite impressive. I was impressed with Chelsea again today.
You're going to say, you're the one who's going to say
me and Reece James.
There are no blue shirts there, don't worry about it. You can always wear one if you want. You know, we might want to give him a blue shirt, don't worry about it.
But again, one of the most improved ones in this Chelsea side throughout his time here, Cucurella. Where do you rank him in terms of fullbacks in the league?
I think he's doing, like, look, he had a hard time when he arrived. It was difficult for him.
What do you think he struggled?
He struggled in the way Chelsea wanted to play. It was, I think, it's for every player that came to this club. Why? Because it was new, so many new players. I don't think it's strange. It's something that happened to him. He had to cement himself. And also, you have to remember, you come from a team, you understand, like, right, come over here, and then people expect you to be straight away the best and performing what you're doing now. It took a little bit longer. But look what he did. After all, you know what I mean, an international player for Spain. Spain is not a small country that you say, like, oh, it's easy to get in that team. He does well in that team. Then he plays really important games for Chelsea. And then you play arguably against one of the biggest talents of the world at the moment, Yamal, and you play that good. Then you're going to play against the Saka. It's just a matter of time. Can you keep that focus and you know, the eagerness to perform again? And he did it. I think 2 times in a row against 2 top wingers. You got to arguably say that he's, definitely one of the best defenders at the moment that is in top form.
Well, considering how much Enzo Maresca demands of his fullback as well, the complexities that he wants from his fullbacks, maybe more credit deserves to go to Cucurella, and I have a feeling both of you are going to agree with me. Maybe fullback's an underrated position. Don't get enough appreciation.
No. Maybe you didn't watch the game. Look, I'm 49, I'm still living. Don't look like I'm having a problem, mate. Still play. I'm okay.
Do you know what, Michelle? I'm not going to go as far as to say it's the most difficult position on the pitch, obviously, but it is a very underrated position. And I think if you look at other teams, you can even look at Newcastle with Livramento and Lewis Hall coming back to fitness, how good they looked against Everton. If you've got two fullbacks that are bang on it, defensively and going forward, and whether that means overlapping or underlapping or going into midfield, I think it's a very underrated position and very important position in today's game.